Hubert Sanders here. Let's take a look at Twitter. I'm getting a lot of questions on Twitter, like what should I do with Twitter? Well, first off, it's on the hard to borrow list, so it's hard to short. You'll have to pay up like 30 cents in order to get it off of a borrow list, which could probably be worth it. One great way, and this is the best way in my opinion, to do IPOs. First, leave them alone the first day, and I always say this on IPOs. And then what you're going to do is you're going to bracket it. So you're going to bracket it, and if it takes out that high of that first initial day, so on Twitter, the high print was right up around $50, okay? The low print was down here around $43.99. All right, now, I'm not being super accurate, but you get the point. So if Twitter was to close above $50.10, then you could get long and use a stop of $43.99. Now, since Twitter the next day closed below $43.99, it means it's probably going to go lower. And since it's hard to short, because it's on the hard to borrow list, you probably can't short it. So what do? Well, what you do is you go 50. You divide that by 2, which half of 50 is about 25. And then what you do is you have a hanging order ready to roll at $25 down here. So what you do is you'd say, okay, I'm going to attempt to buy this at a 50% discount. So what you'll do is you'll say, okay, if at any time Twitter gets down here at $25, you want to try to buy it because you're just going to do a 50% discount. In other words, it's like an ambush trade for IPOs. So since the high print was around 50, 25 would be a 50% discount, so you'd be a decent buyer at 25-ish. And then you could just use a 2 or 3 point stop loss and then see if it'll start working its way back up. And you can see, here's a good example of this. So it's the exact same way that Facebook did it when it came out, okay? So let me see if I can grab Facebook here, all the way back here when they did their IPO. And there you go. There's a good example. So you can see here on the IPO on Facebook, you know, about $45. You just take 45 divided by 2. I mean, you can just do it really simply, okay? And if you're terrible at math, just go 45 divide by 2. And then you just say, okay, about 22 and a half, okay? And you can see it actually went a little lower than 22 and a half, okay? So 22 and a half would be right here. 22 and a half or 22.60. So you can see not a bad buy. Now you would have had to take a little bit of heat. It went to about $18, and then it's been gradually working its way north of 22.59. You can see back here again, it kind of did it again, 22.59, and then it just took off to the races. So that's what you're looking for. Good luck. Hope it helps. See you on the next video.